Hi, and welcome to the first of what I hope to be a series of technology demonstrations. My name is Brett Hall from Game and Light Studios. What I'll be showing you today is what I have so far in the user interface that we are building for our engine. Okay, so what you see on the screen is just a rudimentary UI that I put together, and as you can see, I'm no graphic designer. I ripped the icons off of Crystal SVG and kind of whipped up a little bar down here, but that's okay. I'm just showing you what it can do. So if you see on the left here, we have a little arrow. On mouse over, there's an on mouse over event that I actually have it changing the image. Is similar to how it would work, an on mouse over event in JavaScript. Matter of fact, a lot of the event structure I based on JavaScript because I thought it was a bit more applicable than your standard controls for forms. So what I have, I'm going to explain a little bit of what I have right here. On click, I actually start an event that moves this frame over here. And here I have a flow panel. Now a flow panel is just a normal panel that organizes whatever you have on there based on its size and the size of its components. So if this was twice as wide, you would see two columns and two rows, and there'd be some empty space here for stuff that was left over that we could add whatever else we wanted to down here. But I just made it the appropriate size. So what you're seeing here is just as much as it can hold. This allows for dynamic addition. As you can see down here, this also is based on a flow panel. So we only have 6 icons. We could add plenty more, and they would just add up here. Or I could make it taller, but obviously in a game UI you want to make it as minimalistic as possible. We don't want to crowd that. Now here, these pixelation, these are not filters, these are just images that were created. Eventually I will have filters that can be applied to textures so that you don't have to create all of the different assets. You can just start with the first one. However, I do have various effects that can be added, and they're right now just effects that change the position and size of various elements. So on click here I have stretch effect. It just changes the height and width. It actually follows a pattern in a circle. It's actually pretty interesting. But and then down here I have just a little jump effect. And obviously everything in here, the events, now everything here is built using XML in XNA Studio, all using a custom content importer. None of this has been generated inside of code in the game, so it's all very easy to create inside of your content pipeline, which makes it easy. You can separate the duties, give this the job of UI creation to a graphic designer who doesn't know how to code versus having a coder go through and set all the positions and make sure everything's fine. Another thing that I have implemented in this is, and because of performance concerns you have to turn it on individually for elements, is per pixel collision. So on this arrow you can see the square that would represent the arrow. My mouse is definitely over that, but it's not until I get to it that it actually registers the on mouse over. This is for instance, UI sections that are not square. You don't want this. Say for instance, if I was in a game right now and I clicked right here, you don't want the UI to capture that event. You want it to pass through to the game. So and then also the same for buttons. You don't want the button to register this now. So I have available per pixel collision on, and it works off of alpha. So if it's alpha transparent there, it does not collide. So yep, and then just your basic garden variety checkbox. Now everything in here, like I said, it's XML. The checkbox, as well as what I will come out with in the future, the drop-down box, they are all templated, which means you actually can create your own style for the checkbox, for the drop down, so you can put your own look and feel on everything. Absolutely nothing is static. You won't have any similar kind of look, like everything in Windows looks similar. So you can make your game look how your game should look, how you want it to look. This text up here is actually a label component. I don't just have the sprite batch drawing a string. This is, I mean, I do technically, but I digress. This is our label component that we're using up here that's changing in real time. So again, this is added through the content pipeline, and I'm just getting a reference from that from the UI system, and then updating the text. So and then I have the ability. I add the ability to register certain actions inside of the game, in code, that can be then triggered with any UI element on click, on mouse over, or what have you. And so that's the last one that I'm going to do, which will be the close action. Thanks.